Hi, everybody. Good day. My name is Obi Juliet, and you can call me Jules if that's fine by you. So, today we are going to be talking about Excel. Now, before we dive into Excel, you will have to first of all know what data is. So, now for this class, you're really going to enjoy this class if you give it your time. Being an Excel expert now pays you more than you can actually think of. Yes, I've heard of AIs and all of that, but when you know what you're doing, when you understand the importance of Excel, when you understand the importance of what you can do with Excel, I'm sure you would love to be a part of this class completely until the end. So now before we dive into Excel, we have to first of all talk about what is data. So, Precious, do you have an idea of what data is? What do you
No,
understand by the word data? Any idea?
not really. I'm just open to learning.
Okay, so now I'm going to explain it in the best way I can. So, data are information you can store or measure. It can be words, it can be numbers, it can be dates, it can be rating, pretty much anything that helps describe something in the real world. So it could also be your grades. Sorry. It could also be your grades, the likes that you have on your post when you make your Facebook post or your Instagram post. It could be the distance you've walked in a day or even your bank transactions. Those things are called data. So far, it relates with life. It's something you can gather, something you can make use of, something that can actually impact you if you utilize the numbers well. In fact, we can actually say data as are clues. Alone, one single data can't actually help. So it has to work together. They can actually tell you a story in order for you to make a better decision. So for your grades, they show if you're doing well or not. And when you analyze all of your expenses, you will know if you're spending much money on your transport, on subscription, on clothes, or you're spending much money on your game pads. So with data, you can actually help improve yourself. You can see things that other people don't see. Now, for data, we have three types of data. We have the structured data, the semi-structured data, and the unstructured data. It's just like the name is. The structured data has a specific pattern. It can be stored in well-defined schemas, meaning it can be stored in rows or columns. Example of a structured data is Excel, which will be handling, spreadsheets, and SQL. Now we have semi-structured data. The semi-structured data isn't actually so rigid as structured data. It it mustn't be in rows and columns actually. It can be your emails, the online reviews, your PDFs. That's a semi-structured. It mustn't be in rows and columns like structured data. Now we have the unstructured data. Now this unstructured data is just like the name, unstructured. It doesn't have a pattern. It doesn't have to be confined in columns or rows. It could be your photos, your videos, your social media posts, your audio recordings. Those are what we call semi-structured data. Now, now I'm talking about Excel. What is Excel? Excel is a digital notebook of rows and columns. So you can organize information that you can make quick calculations and be able to analyze data without stress. Think of it like a smarter version of a notebook that you can add things, you can sort, you can filter, you can draw charts. It can help you understand your numbers perfectly. Now imagine you're tracking your monthly expenses. Excel can actually automatically calculate all of your total spendings, show you where your money goes in, and can even create charts with Excel. Now let's assume you sell products, you sell or you have a company, you can actually track your sales with Excel. You can know which of your employees is doing well in terms of sales. You can know which of your customers is more frequent in your own shop. So now let's look at a previous project I handled, and let me show you what we can actually do with Excel. Just give me some minutes. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay. So now I want to show us, sorry, I want to show us what we can actually do with Excel. Things we can extract using Excel. Now, this is a previous work I've done. Hold on, let me try. Okay. Now, this is a previous work I've done, and this is mostly on a real estate firm that reached out to me. So they were trying to improve their sales from 44%, which is this, to at least 60%. So they have the data sets, they have everything, they have the total leads they had, number of clients, and the prospects they have. Now, total leads is everybody that wants to buy from your firm, from your store, from your from whatever you're selling. Now, the clients are okay from these people who wants to buy from you. These are people who actually bought, which are the 100. And the prospects are, we are still trying to convert these people to actually buy our product. And also, we also had to check the people, the employees who did well and who didn't do so well. So they have Ahmed, they have Chioma as one of their employees, Chukudi, Fumi, Ngozi, and Olumide. And they wanted to know, okay, so in these people here, who do you think is doing well? And these are my employees, who do you think is doing well? When you look at these numbers now, Ahmed sold 22. And out of 22 leads that was given to Ahmed, he was only able to convert 5. Chioma had 48 whole leads. She was only able to convert 20. And when you look at this informations like this, what does this actually tell you? What does this tell you? It's saying, okay, we shared the leads unequally. You can see it already. Ahmed has 24, Chioma has 48. The leads are not evenly distributed. Now, okay, now in the number of the leads that have been given, how many were they able to convert? How many were they able to sell? How many does these people, like the employees, how many were they able to convert? Looking at these ones, now looking at these numbers, I would ask, can you make a meaning out of it? This is how you do it. Now, if Ahmed is selling, Ahmed could convert 5 out of 22. That means Ahmed did poorly. Now let's look at Ngozi. Ngozi was given 15 leads, and Ngozi actually converted those 15 leads. So even if looking at the bars, it looks as if Ngozi's bars is small. That doesn't matter. What matters now is if I'm giving you 100 people, how many people can you convert? Here it's saying Ngozi can actually convert 100 people if you give her 100. It's just like saying, okay, now like for Ahmed, the number of leads that was given to Ahmed was 22, and he was only able to convert 5. So it's saying Ahmed was only able to convert 20% of the leads he was given. Yes, I know this, all of this now might look so much. It's looking like there's so much analysis going on here. But with time, if you could give me your time, we'll do at least, we'll start from a little level, We would build something simpler, and with time you would get to this. There's so much beautiful things for you to learn here. Now, they told me the main reason why they needed this was to help improve their sale from 44.4% to at least 6%. How do you do that? I've analyzed the data set. Now there's something we call filters in Excel. Filters helps dive into information that ordinary eyes can't see. So with filters, you can be able to say, okay, if I combine these two things, what will I get? Like now you're just seeing the whole information, but with filters, you can dive in deeper to bring up more analysis, more findings that the normal eye can see. Now, in this section, this area that has the orange section, the number of female leads they have is a total of 124. The number of male leads they have is a total of 101. Now let's filter these things here, are called filters. I will teach us this later, but I'm trying to show us what this really entails. What analysis in Excel really entails. Now let's filter by female. Let's know if this organization focuses more on female, would they do so well? Hold on, it's still loading. If this organization focuses more on female, will they do so well? Now you see the number changed when I filtered only with females. It's actually dropped. Generally with the female and male, it was 44.4. But now if this company decides to focus mostly on their female leads, they will be going down the drain, is what this data set is saying. You can see it went down to 21.8%. Now let's filter by male and see if this company really focuses on the male leads they have, like give it their 100% energy. How would it be? Let's filter by male and see. Whoa, that is 72.3%. That is way higher. So now if you are to advise, let's assume now you are the person who did this analysis and you are to advise and you have to advise the client on what you think is best based on his data set. I would advise, well, your female leads, yes, some of them bought, but they are not actually going to be the ones that would actually make your market move so well. But when we filtered through the male, we saw that there was actually a major increase in the rate of your sales, in your sales percent. So I would advise, okay, yes, I'm not saying leave the females, no, but focus your energy more on the males. What do your male clients love most? What is those things they've told you, okay, I want you to improve, I want you to add. Make sure you're giving them what they really want because they move your market well. Now, let's now filter more to now in this blue section. It's saying the people who went for inspection for the real estate firm, which is this, the inspected. Then people who hasn't gone for inspection, which is no. The filter for no is people who didn't go for inspection. The filter for yes is people who went for inspection. Now, if you filter through people that went for inspection that are male, let's filter that and then you will see. It's increased more. It's now 80.5%, which means business to improve more. I'm already showing this, the owner of this company, that we can actually improve your sales from 44.4% to 80.5%. If you were to be me, if you were to be the analyst now, tell me, if you were to be the company owner, Tell me if you wouldn't pay me at least. I'm asking you for $3,000. If you wouldn't pay me this, if I can help you improve your sales from 44.4% to 80.5%. So this is what we do. We use numbers to show you results. We use numbers to help you see what you're not seeing. Do we understand? And this is one of the things you will be learning from this class. You're going to be learning a whole lot, I can tell you that for a fact. Now let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. Hold on, please. Okay, so now with that being said, I just showed you just a little of what we actually do with Excel, just a little. Imagine when companies are reaching out to you to help them analyze things, their data sets, to show them the problems they are not seeing. You are going to make profit from it. You're going to show them things that they'll be wild about. It will be as if you're doing a magic, but you're not. You're actually showing them things that they actually have it, but they don't know how to extract the information from it. So now, with this thing I just showed us now, you can use Excel for a lot of things to help businesses boost the way they make decisions. You can be employed as you can be employed as an analyst to help boost your sales. It can be used in finance, in marketing, in HR, for business management, customer support, healthcare. In fact, basically everywhere numbers exist. Now, the good thing about Excel is this: you don't have to be a math guru. You don't have to be so good with math to know how to work with Excel. You can use patterns in Excel. Excel can actually help you automatically calculate the things you want to calculate. The only thing that you need to know is, okay, I have a data set. What is the thing that they want me to know? What does the company want me to get out of this data set they have? What is the question? What is the issues they are trying to solve? Now, when you know that, then you now ask yourself, okay, now that I know the issues, what are the steps I should take to get out the solutions for these issues? Am I doing addition? Am I doing subtraction? Am I building a graph? Am I doing statistics on it? Am I doing, like, you have to ask yourself these questions. Then you sit down, open your laptop, tell Excel what to do, and it's done. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be a mathematician to actually know how to use Excel. No, now there was actually a short story. There was a friend that actually told me he owned a shop, a provision store. So he said, now he notices that, yes, people actually leave in the store through the camera. The booklet, which is their income book, actually is looking like it adds up. But with what he stocks in his shop, he knows it doesn't add up. And there was no way he could find out this. So I said, okay, I can actually help you get to the root of this. First of all, do you have an automated system that helps check if that helps checks the amount of tools of supplies that people buy, that helps check when people buy it? Do you have that system? He said yes. And I asked, okay, so why don't you use it? He said yes, that somebody actually said we should try this, implemented it, but then there was nobody to help analyze. I said no problem. Now I can actually help you get down to the root cause of why it seems as if your sales are not adding up. All you just need to do for me is give me your data sets from your 2012 to your 2010, sorry, from your 2012 to your 2025. And I'll analyze it for you and get to the root cause of this. The only thing I also need else is give me that your recorded book, your sales book that your sales girls said they did. Give it to me and I will analyze everything and add everything up and get back to you with an answer. He said, no problem. I should go ahead. Now, funny enough, he would think it would actually take me months because now it's not just, I'm not just dealing with a year, I'm dealing with almost 10 years of record. Now he was actually expecting me to be done like in the next 2 or 3 months. And in 8 to 9 days, I was already done. I showed him, okay, now this is it. Yes, there are some kind of hanky pankies going on. This is who you should look out for because now there's a record of when a sales rep clocks in and when he or she clocks out. So when this person is available, this is what gets missing. When this person is available, this is what happens. I did this in just 9 days, sitting down, and I was paid for it. So you can actually do the same thing with Excel. It's not as difficult as you think. That's the power of doing Excel. That's the magic in Excel. So, well, by the end of this course, you'll learn how to organize messy data into clean tables. You learn how to use formulas to calculate. You learn how to clean data. You learn how to create charts, something like what I created, but a little bit lesser because we've taken it step by step. You learn how to create charts and tell stories with these charts. You learn how to turn raw numbers into insights. So I'm hoping by the end of this class, you would not just know Excel as copy and paste or just where numbers are imputed. You will know how to solve real life problems using Excel. Excel is not just a spreadsheet, no. It's a skill that can open doors, save you time, and make you stand out in any field. Now, let's dive right into Excel. Let me open Excel so that we can actually do something on Excel. Just give me a minute. Okay. So by the end of this class, I'm hoping we could actually build this, make meanings out of this. We would actually build this together. You would learn, you would understand why we have to do this, why we have to use these charts, why we have to use these slicers. You would understand how to actually make meaningful sense out of your data. So this is something we would actually build by the end of the season of all of the modules. So be in touch. I want you all to learn this. I really want you all to be a part of this. Okay, so now to the main class. Hold on. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so now this is how Excel looks like. First of all, when you open your Excel, you will get to this place. This is where we call the startup space. Now, to open a blank Excel, like a fresh sheet, you have to click this new blank workbook, or you go to this open. So you go to new and you click on this. Either of them works well for you. So let's click on it. And now we have a blank Excel sheet. This is how it looks like. This is when you open Excel, this is what you see. This place is called the start page. So all of these small rectangles here, these ones, they are called cells. Now these ones, A, B, these ones are called columns. Now these ones here are called rows. So if I'm to say, look for, if I tell you to go to cell D10, I'm saying you should go to the column D and look for cell for row 10. We'll click on it. You see here, this place is called the name range. This name range tells you in detail, D10. So when I tell you to go to cell B2, you click here, it's on column B and row 2. This is cell B2. We're taking it step by step. Now, to make it easier for you to zoom in, maybe this is too small for you. You can come down to this place. You see, it's actually increasing. This place is called the status bar. If you don't want to be this wide, take it back. I always prefer putting it at this mark that is here, which is always at 100. Okay. Now, basically, generally, the Excel interface is in 5 sections. We have the top bar, which is called the header. This place, everything here is called the header. Now we have the ribbon. Everything here is called the ribbon. Now this place, this third place where my mouse is, everything here is called the formula bar. Now this area is called the worksheet. This down part is called the worksheet. Now this place, this area is called the status bar. Now let's go back up to the header, which is also called the top bar. If you do not want all of this to show, you can actually double click on this and it goes off. If you want to bring it back, you double click on your keyboard, double click and it comes back out. Now in this home section, you have your fonts, your bold, your italics. You can do several things, your alignments, your numbers, your styles, your cells, everything here. You can navigate through all of these places. You just have to click them and it opens up. Now, let's try imputing informations to these our cells. Let's assume we want to check for sales of our, let's assume we have a cookie store. So let's look for sales for our cookie store. Let's write down what we made from January to December. So we'll call this sales. And this place we'll call it month. Okay. So for January, let's assume we made 19,000. Now the good thing about Excel is this. I don't have to keep typing February, March. I don't have to keep doing that. Excel is actually intelligent enough to know, okay, if you type January, what comes next is February. So let me show you what I mean. We can actually come to this place. You see, when you put your mouse here, it wouldn't do what I want us to do. You have to take your mouse to this place, and you see this cross turns into a thick dark black. Then you click down on your mouse and drag it down. You see, it automatically just fills. You don't have to start writing January, February, March, April. You just have to write the first month's date, the first month's name, and then you just go there, come to this place, and then you drag down. It would automatically fill it. Even if you write January in full, February, it will still automatically give you what you want. Okay, so let's impute the imaginary sales profits we made. So February, we could say we made 60,893. Let's impute all that details.
Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you
Yeah,
see my
I'm not seeing.
screen?
No, I'm seeing a different chart entirely. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, okay. Let me stop
Yeah,
sharing
I've
this
been
and
typing
share
on the phone,
something
but
else.
you didn't call me. So I did not really get what you've been saying.
Okay, I can actually recap. Thank you for that. Oh, I
Thank you
thought
very
I was
much, ma.
still here. Yeah. Let me share this other one. Thank you so much for letting me know. Um, can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes, exactly. I can see it right now.
Oh, okay. So I think I should recap the interface of the Excels so people can understand what I'm saying. Okay, so now just like I said before, we have generally the Excel interface is in 5 sections. This area is called the top bar, this area here. Now this area here where my mouse is called the ribbon. Now this area here is called the formula bar. This is where you input all of your formulas, everything about formulas works here. Now this down area here is called the worksheets. You can add more worksheets by clicking on this plus. When you click on it, you can keep adding more worksheets. Now this area here is called the status bar, and in this place, you can actually zoom in or zoom out. If maybe you use glasses and you want to be so bold, you come to your status bar, this area where my mouse is, and then you click. It's too small now, but I always prefer putting it at this mark here. So now in this home, this place, the home section is where you see how to italics, to bolding your text, the font you want, you can align your text, you can do different kinds of formatting in your home section. This place is mostly for creating of PDFs, converting of PDFs to image and everything PDF. Now this insert section is mostly where you can insert pictures, where you can input charts, slicers, where you can do pivot tables. We'll do all of this by the end of the full section. Now, the drawing part is where you can do drawings and all of that. Page layout. We have page layouts where you can change theme colors, change the width and height of your charts. We have the formula bars. We would actually go through all of this, hopefully by the end of the season. Now, here, this
I
place
can't
is
see your
called.
screen again, ma.
Okay, hold on. I can see it here. I can actually see the screen.
Yeah, I can see it too. I'm not sure what's going on. I can see your screen.
Okay, should
Oh, maybe it's
I?
mine then. Okay, I'll just try to join it.
Okay. Okay. So now this section is called cell. This small boxes are called cells. This areas where there's A, B, C, they are called columns. And these places, these ones, 1, 2, 3, are called rows. So if I'm saying, okay, look for C3, cell C3, I'm just saying go to column C and row 3. This is it. And it automatically shows in the name box. If I say, okay, let's type in cell E2, I'm saying go to column E and row 2. It shows in the name box as well. So now let's type in numbers. These numbers, I already typed them in. Okay, let me take these ones out. Okay, so now I'm trying to type. Now, when you're typing, there's something else, yes. When you're typing, let's assume now I want to type, I've already typed month here, and I want to move to the left. You click on tab. You don't have to be you don't have to be clicking your mouse to move to the next section. I'm in month now. On your laptop, just click on tab and it goes to the next column. If maybe you want to go down, let's assume, okay, we've written sales months. Okay, let's write date here. And now I want to go down. I'm not going left again. You click on enter and it comes down. Enter. It keeps going down. If you want to go left, you click on tab. It goes left. Now, there's something else about Excel, like I said before. We already have January here. I've written January. Instead of me writing February, March, just keep going like that. Excel is intelligent enough to let you to actually help you fill other month's name instead of you typing everything. Now, this is what I mean. I've typed January here, Jan. Okay, let me just complete it. January. Now, instead of typing February, I can actually auto fill everything here. And this is how it's done. I'm in the box. I'm taking down my mouse to this place. Once it turns to a thick black, that's when you can be able to do it. If your mouse is inside here and it's white, it wouldn't do what you want it to do. So you have to bring it down here until it turns to thick black. Now you hold down your mouse and then drag it down. Yes, I know you're not seeing anything now, but when we leave it, see it's filled, voila. So we don't have to keep typing January, February, March. Excel is that smart. So now let's keep imputing the numbers, the sales that were made for January till November. Okay, so let's assume this is sorry, let's assume this is the sales we actually made for months January to February to November. Okay. So now we have to actually format this sales line for it to have for people to know, okay, this is not just about numbers, this has to do with currency. So how do we do that? We are already trying to format. So now you click on the column. Remember I said this A, B, C, D, E are the columns. You click on the column that has that information you want to work on. I've clicked on it. You come to this place, the number. We're going to the ribbon bar. This is the ribbon bar. This everything here is called the ribbon. Now we come to this place and we want it to be in currency. We click on currency. You see, it automatically just changes to dollar sign and puts the decimal places automatically. If maybe you made a mistake and you want to go back, all you have to do is press Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z is what we call undo. If maybe you made a mistake with something and you need to redo it again, you want to undo it again, you do Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Now let's try doing it again so you understand me. We want to change this to currency. We come to this place, this drop down, we click on it. We are seeing currency, we click on the currency. It automatically changes the numbers there to look like to be related to money. Now, if you want to change this currency now, you don't want it to be in dollars. Maybe you want it to be in another currency. You come here, we have euro. This is where I went to this place. We have euro, we have yen, which is Chinese money. Now you have to, if you want more, you come down here. You come to this area and then you click on this drop down. You would see different currencies. It depends on the country you're working for. If it's if it's Nigerian, you look for Nigerian currency, which is naira. You have to keep going down. There are different currencies here. Oh, okay, we have Hausa naira, we have Igbo. So let's just choose Igbo naira. And now we have decimal places. This place is like a sample of what you should see in your data set. Now let's assume we don't want this 0.00, the two decimal places to show. All you have to do is come here, you reduce it to 1. If you don't want anything at all to show, you take it out. If you don't want to click here, you can as well just type in how many decimal places you want and it adds it up. So let's just leave it to 1 decimal place and we'll click on OK. And you see, now the dollar sign has been changed to naira. Now let's assume now we want this month to be what shows first in the column, to be the first thing that shows in the column. How do you do that? You click on the column, you bring it down. Now you should always take note of how the cross signs look. When we want to drag this column to this place, we need the cross sign to be like this, the way it's looking now, to have a 4 edged arrow-like crosses. If it's like this, it won't work. So it has to look like this. Now you hold down your mouse and you drag. No, cancel. Hold on. Let's insert space first. Okay. Okay. So now let's say we want to drag this to the first one. We need it to be in this cross format. You hold down your mouse and you drag it down. Let me explain that again. Let me take it back. Now we want to take this column D to column A. What we do is we click on the column first, try to get these four-headed arrows, this cross sign that has that the edges looks sharp. Hold down your mouse and then drag it to where you want it to be, and it automatically just goes there. So you don't have to start retyping to start retyping again, assuming that was in D, and then you have to start retyping everything. You just have to move the columns and everything is there. Now I'm going to teach us conditional formatting. Now this is one part of Excel that people really do not know of, but it's actually very essential when you're doing analysis or when you're trying to make meaning out of your data set. Data set is just data as your information. So now we want to get informations from how our sales went. We'll go to these columns, this style, this box that has styles, go to conditional formatting. Oh, first of all, you click on the column that you want to work on, highlight the informations there. Now you go to conditional formatting, and in this place, these are like different rules. Now this place helps you to sort out like to help you make meanings out of your data. Now we've gone to conditional formatting. The first rule is saying highlight sales rules. Okay, first of all, I want to let's make this copy because we're going to be doing different rules here. Let's duplicate this into different places. Why this hash sign is showing is because the space is not enough. So for you to actually make this hash sign stop showing, all you have to do is go to the column and then come to this place where my mouse is and double click. It automatically opens. Now, if this hash sign is showing so long, like as much as this place, doing it singularly is going to take a whole lot of time. So what you do is this: you come to this place, this area, click on it, to automatically highlight everything in that cell, in your spreadsheet, I mean. Then you click on any of these places. Click on any place and everything just opens up. So now you don't have to be doing it one by one. All right. Now, if you also want to select everything in your cell, like you want to select mostly just your numbers, you don't want to select everything in your spreadsheet. Let's say we want to select from A1 to A12 to G1 to G12. All you have to do is, first of all, click inside any of the cells that have an information, and then you press Ctrl A. You see, it just highlights only the data sets in your spreadsheet. Now, if you want to select everything, like everything in your spreadsheet, like plus the empty spaces, you click outside the empty space, the empty cell, you click on Ctrl A. You see everything is highlighted. This is if in case you want to copy some stuff, you want to paste them in another place, and you have some informations. Maybe, for example, here there's no information here, and then we have an information here. Now, when you want to copy just this from A to I, and you click inside here and do Control A, it would only select from A to G because there's a space here. Now to select everything inside your spreadsheet, click on any empty space and Control A. It will select everything. It will select everything. Now that happened because there was still an information here. Now let's go back to our conditional formatting. We'll come to this place. Now conditional formatting helps you see to actually easily identify trends, easily identify some questions that you might need answers to. Now, first of all, let's work with this column I. Click on it, go to conditional formatting. Now, I want to highlight sales, want to highlight some informations here. So now I want to easily see, now it's easy to just see the informations now because it's just from month January to November. When you're working with data sets, most times it's not as small as this. The informations might be as much as, like it might be so long and you will not be able to pinpoint which of these January, what sale did I make? March, what sale did I make? But with conditional formatting, you can be able to get these informations. Now, does this spreadsheet alone has 1,485,076 rows. Now, imagine you have information filled in these rows and you want to know the smallest sales you made, like the smallest amount of sale you made from January to November. Now this is what you do. You come to highlight sales rules. You go to equal to. What are we looking for? Let's assume we are looking for the month that we made that the sales was around 500 naira. So you come to this place, you type 500. Now we are asking it, okay, we want you to show us, read this with me, format cells that are equal to 500 naira for me. I want to see all of the places where I made only 500 naira in a month. And I want you to color it with light red, or we can still select another color. We want you to color it with yellow, with green, with red text, anything. Okay, let's use yellow. We click on yellow and then we okay it. See, now imagine this was actually almost 1 million rows and you want to keep looking at it one by one. You're going to take forever. But when you immediately see where those yellow marks are, you know, oh, okay, this is actually sales that are equal to 500. So let's name this column sales equal to 500. Now let's bolden it. Remember what I told us. Now, okay. Now let's now imagine, okay, that we want to find my screen.
Yeah, Julie.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, it looks like we're at the 2 minutes warning. So we're about to exceed an hour of
Oh,
just a note. So as you round up, PBK will be able to tell you more about next time.
all right, no problem. Thank you. Okay, so now with conditional formatting, you can actually do a lot. Let's try to do some other things here. Let's imagine we want to get information that is less than, maybe let's see the numbers that will that didn't meet up to 19,000, you can use the less than rule. You input your number, tell it the color you want it to be, and you okay it. Okay, let's just impute 30,000. Okay, 50,000. And now it's showing, we said it's showing amount that is actually less than 50,000. With this conditional formatting, there are different rules here. Now we have top and bottom. If you want to know the top 10 months that you did so well, you can use top 10. Now this top 10, you can actually also make it, you can also reduce it here to top 5 or top 4. In conditional formatting, you can also use data bars. Now let's use this data bars here. The data bars actually helps easily show you patterns. You can use any color of your choice. Let's choose this so you see what I mean. Let's open it more so you see what I'm saying. Now the data bars shows you which of your sales, which months did you actually sell more. This colors is, the bars is just, the bigger the bars, it means okay, you sold more this month. The smaller the bars, it means okay, you're doing this so well in this month. Now, you can actually do a whole lot with conditional formatting. You can do a whole lot. You can go through this later on, and we can talk more about this later. I really hope you did enjoy today's class. We have a lot more to go. We have a lot more packages, and I'm hoping I would see you in the next class. Thank you so much, guys, and do have a nice day. Okay, Precious.